Free Gems Network.
Yo, what's poppin'? It's your boy EJ, aka Sir Evangeline Joseph, aka Mr. 10 Feet, aka The Bully.
And it's your boy Wayne, Willmatic Beast, Will the Poet, the Golden Boy. You know what's going on.
And we got a special guest in the motherfucking building.
Who we got, man?
Hey, man. Mr. Real 30.
Why? What's going on? It's your boy Antman, Real 30, man. What's going on?
How you doing, G?
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling.
Clap it up for that man.
Clap it up for a real legend, man.
I'm trying to tell you.
Real legend.
Thank you for being on the show.
Oh, yeah, it's all good, dog.
One question that I always ask everybody, because we got to put on, where you from, G?
From here, Columbus, Georgia.
Forest Hills, Columbus, Georgia.
No, I'm from the west side of Columbus, Georgia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm from Buchanan. I was born over there on the west side.
The can?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said get it right.
You was talking low, I couldn't hear you.
I'm from the west. But we moved all around, though, so I really, stayed on the south. I stayed uptown, east side, so I stayed everywhere, but I'm originally from the west side, though.
That was up, man. That was up.
All right. So we gonna jump right into it, man. What exactly is hood camp, and what does it mean to you?
See, well, hood camp, that's the name of my record label.
Right.
I actually came up with the name Hood Camp when I was like 11 years old.
Okay.
And it consisted of me and my little brother.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Hood Camp, my label.
The label, Hood Camp, the label.
And I've been growing it since I was 11 years old to what it is today.
So you always knew that you wanted to be an entrepreneur?
Yeah.
Did you want to be anything else, like growing up?
Early on, my younger days, I wanted to be a fireman.
A fireman?
Yeah, fireman was my thing.
So you would have been kicking doors in, dragging folks out?
Like that really was my thing.
That was.
And what started that, I remember being in elementary school and we went on a field trip to the fire department.
Mm.
And the shit was fascinating back then. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It just caught my attention back then.
That was
Yeah.
What made you fall in love with the mic? And what made you fall in love with music?
The music thing, I think it just, it came natural, but I can say a lot of it stemmed from being younger and my mom playing a lot of music. All the old music, Masterpiece, all that stuff that was going on back then. So music has always been in the household, it's been around.
Right.
So that would kind of like put me in that direction. Music, just being around music all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And like every day was really like a party. Like my family get together, they'll have fun. Every day was like a party. So that kind of where the music thing came in at. And then me just listening to it and seeing art and stuff like, yeah, I can do this. Just being younger and just like, yeah, I can do this. And so I just started trying it eventually.
Who was that one artist or that one tape, project, album, whatever, that you listened to that you was like, oh, this is what I want to do?
First, it would have had to be. See, it's kind of hard to just say one because I kind of got like three. I got
drop. We ain't got another time.
50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying.
Classic.
That one, the Carter.
Classic.
Wayne, and T.I. Trap music.
Ooh. You can't go wrong with none of them.
You can't go wrong with none of them.
Yeah, so when I first started, then like the main ones when I really decided like, yeah, this is what I want to do.
Right.
But early on, it was like the Ludacris. Like I like a lot of people, man. A lot of people I listen to.
Right. Would you say you've perfected your sound?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
When did you, or around what age or what song would you be like, okay, I feel like this is who I am?
Which song would I say this is who I am? Which one of my songs I can say?
Or even
I have to say Look Rich.
Lil Rich.
Yeah, that was like the first song that gave me a buzz.
Right.
That's the first song I caught the city attention with Lil Rich.
What was that like? When you
Which part?
when you dropped look first off, when you dropped Lil Rich, did you know that was the one that was gonna give you that buzz?
Yeah, I did. First, I remember how I came about the song. I was actually going to the mall, pulling up to the mall, and on the way to the mall, I was coming up with the hook.
Mm-hmm.
But I had in my head that I wanted Zaytoven to make the beat. The way I heard it in my head, I wanted Zaytoven to make the beat.
Mm-hmm.
So a few days later, I ended up meeting with Zaytoven in Atlanta. But at the time, when I met with him, he played a few beats, but it wasn't the Gucci Man beats. It was more like another folder. And he wanted like 2,500 for him, so I was like, hell no. I was like, I respect Zay and all, but I ain't paying no 2,500 for these beats right now. So I ended up going back to one of my childhood friends and told him my idea, and he made it perfect.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? But it was just that particular song I heard Zaytoven making the beat.
Mm-hmm.
But after I met up with him, he wanted $2,500. Then when I went back to my boy who I already had been making my stuff anyway, and he ended up making it up. I did the hook, I did the verse. I thought about Slave Boy. I wanted Slave Boy on the song, or whatever like that we call him.
That's his cousin.
It is?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my boy. I called him. He pulled right up about 15 minutes. He dropped his verse in about 15 minutes. We took it straight to the Lux. That when the Lux was open, the strip club.
Yeah. Shout out, but that's
That when
hey.
That when the Lux was open. We took it to the Lux. It was it.
That's hard.
It was it.
That's wild, bro.
Was it like a special feeling when you was creating? Or it was more so like it was just happening so fast. You got Slave Boy, you got your partner to record. All right, let's go to the club and see what it's gonna do. Or did y'all was like, oh boy, this the one right here?
See, I was already buzzing a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of like, when I made that one, I knew, with me being spiritual, I go out energy. So my energy feel at a certain pace, a certain point, I know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I knew. So that's how I knew based off my energy. And knowing what I do behind the scenes, outside the studio, you know what I'm saying, to work on myself personally.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's how I be knowing, like, I pretty much know before it happened.
Mm-hmm. So talk us through that. You know what I mean? How big of an impact has being spiritual impacted you as an artist? And how long have you been practicing that?
I've been practicing my spirituality right now. About 3 years now. Like, now that I look back, those stuff been going on. I just wasn't conscious, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Conscious to understand what was going on, but like being conscious to what's going on and woke. I say like about 3 years now. But as far as music wise, how to put it? Alright, just put it like this. Before I woke up spiritually, it wasn't the music thing, it wasn't working. Once I woke up spiritually, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, that's when doors started opening. That's when I started, that's when bigger stuff started happening.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like, for me, I can't speak for everybody, but for me, it's like I had discovered that before it started working.
Right.
Would you say that you almost had to find who Ant was before, like, all that kind of stuff started popping?
What I had to do was isolate myself. I had to stop going out. I had to stop hanging out, I had to stop chasing females. I just pretty much had to isolate myself. And it took me to lose everything, go broke, hit rock bottom. And from that point, it'll show you, like, just going broke alone to show you who you need to cut off. You see what I'm saying? Like, it'll help you out. It'll hurt you at the same time going broke, but at the same time, it do more good than bad.
So you looked at hitting rock bottom almost as a peak, in a sense.
Yeah.
Because had you not went rock bottom and you was still getting money and you was still, having plenty of women or whatever, you was, having jewelry, cars, whatever, you wouldn't have sought after the spiritual.
I was, and it was more, like it was so fast, like I was living so fast, and stuff going so fast to the point, like, I wasn't focused.
Right.
Rock
bottom was showing us slow your ass down.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Rock bottom will slow you down,
What was
make it who you is.
What was that step though towards it? Because I'm sure, even when you rock bottom, bro, like if you got certain individuals around you, they'll help, not necessarily help you, but hey, let's go out, you know what I'm saying, or let's go fuck with these hoes. Like, what was that initial step like? Like, was it hard?
Yeah, it was hard. Like, could he be, like, the people I be around, like, I don't just hang and deal with anybody. So, like, whether it's family or home, whether he be day one, he be people that, been around years. There's some people that I was around at the time that, I've been knowing 20 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, you just outgrow everything, man. Like I said, you don't know who real until shit get real. Like, you can have a friend for 30 years and, if shit never got real, you ain't gonna know he fake.
That's a gem.
That's really what it was for me. And once I realized, everybody, God just show you, like, he just show you.
When shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? Ain't that what Kendrick said?
That's what he said, bro.
Explain to us what, because we was gonna touch on it, before we started rolling, but I didn't want to get into it. Explain to what you got around your neck, big homie.
They crystals. Like I said, they spiritual crystals. This one right here, it's just for masculine energy and manifestation. Bringing the stuff you want to you quicker. And this one right here is for like clear thinking and protection. So, that's what I spend my money on instead of going and buying, all the ice and all that or whatever like that.
Right.
I buy what's more valuable to my life and my energy. You see what I'm saying? So.
How important is that? Cause like I know some people, especially in the field that you're in, as soon as they get a little bit of paper, they want to go get the rollie. They want to go get the iced out, chain. Like, how important is not looking at that as value, but more so looking to what you actually for real believe in?
See, I look at my career like a marathon and not a sprint. So I know all that stuff will come. So right now at this point, I'm focused more on getting there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm focused more on getting to my destination and play around a little bit then. But I want to secure the most important things first. What I'm saying? Jewelry ain't one on. Like, jewelry ain't it.
So, doing what you're doing now, you wearing your crystals. Does that, in a way, hurt your image? Because I feel like some people may look at you and they may feel like maybe you're not keeping up the image that they may want you to have. Maybe for they venues or as a rapper. You know what I mean? Do you feel like they may view you a certain way? They may feel like, okay, he's not wearing the watch. You know what I mean? He's not keeping up the image maybe we want to portray, for this shoot or for this opportunity. Does it kind of deter you away and make you want to go buy the watch or make you want to go buy the chain?
See, the thing is, I got that stuff. You see what I'm saying? And I do wear that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But majority of the time, 90% of the time, I'm wearing my crystals. And as far as like what you just asked, actually, I think it helped me. I get more attention wearing these than I do if I had on, some dime. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere I go, they asking, what's these, you know what I'm saying? They want to touch them. Everywhere I go, these draw people's attention. If I had on a regular diamond chain, they just say, okay, they know what that is. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That conversation, this strike conversation and everything.
Conversation starters. I ain't mad at your partner.
Yeah. And then see once I go high on the ladder and stuff like that, I'm gonna get custom made crystal, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be what they want to see. It's just gonna be crystal. You see what I'm saying? It's just gonna have a meaning to it. It's gonna have a meaning to it.
Yeah. I've been following you for a while, and one thing that I wanted to touch on was those trips back a few years ago to New York, and I'm sure when you went to LA as well, to talk to labels, like what was those meetings like? And can you speak on, who did you go and meet with?
Well, New York, I met with Alamo Records and 300.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's what I met with in New York. LA, it was Atlantic. But to make a long story short, they were offering 360 deals, and that ain't what I'm looking for.
So I
just went with the 360 deal.
Did you know, like off top, that's what it was, or like you sat around, you spoke with your lawyer, and how? First off, how important is it for an artist to have a lawyer?
Well, at the time I had management. At the time I had management when I went out there, and yeah, we stayed around long enough, to peep what it is. And then I know the 360 deal is, so you know what I'm saying, they can talk 2 minutes and I know they can say one thing out their mouth and I know you're talking about a 360 deal. You see what I'm saying? Like it didn't take long or whatever like that. And as far as a lawyer, I think it's very important because especially if you don't know the business. If you don't know the business, you got to get a lawyer. You can't go off, because if you don't go off, you're not going off what your lawyer telling you, and you don't know the business, then you're only going off the money. And that's the first, that's the first mistake.
And that's how people get caught up in those 360 deals. What are you a type of person that do your research first and then you hop into a career, or like how did you know to watch out for the 360s and the music industry?
All that was part of my glow up. You see what I'm saying? So once I went broke and all that, and you don't have no choice but to learn. You see what I'm saying? You don't have no choice but to figure the shit out. You see what I'm saying? It's either you're going to sit back and you're going to fall off, you're going to cry about it, or you're going to sit back and you're going to go back in the lab, you're going to figure this shit out. See, I done took years off to not even to make music, just to sit back and, to learn the business. Because once I understood, like, okay, I got the money, I got the music, I'm putting this shit out, that's not it. It's the business is what, that's the most important part. That's why we hear so many trash artists and be like, have they made it? I know I can make it. Why, how the hell they get on the radio and all that? It's because they got the business. It's, it's the business. It's not about the music and all that. You got, you got to know the business. That's the first thing. Well, I ain't gonna say it ain't about the music, but it's first about the business. Have your business straight. Right. So that's like how I learned. Like I learned in the darkness. In my darkest period, that when I was learning, I was sitting back learning.
Did you ever sign a bad deal?
No, I never been signed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, ain't at all. I've been hood camp from the jump. Like I've been 100% independent from the jump.
Have any of those labels that you met with ever offered to bring Hood Camp on as a joint venture?
See, that's what I wanted.
Right.
But the thing is, they want you to do it their way first. And if it working out their way, then they want to, they want, okay, hey, how about this and this, then the third, blah, 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 blah. But that kind of showed me, like, you don't believe in my vision and you want to wait. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe in you by even signing with you before y'all do anything, but y'all don't want to do nothing with my... Right. I always just been a boss, dog. Like, I always been a boss and I know the business. And signing just felt like, it just always seemed like being pimped to me. I mean, you work your whole life, you put your money, your time, your effort into this shit, and then once you get hot, they come, hey, we can this, that, and third, and get a percentage of it, dog. What you work that hard for? After they coming to you, you done got to a certain point, it's about patience. So a lot of artists run out of patience.
And I'm assuming that dark place taught you a lot of patience.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you
it's so serious about patience. Solution like 3 years. Like to God, I don't want to have patience to give me more patience. Like, like for 3 years, like straight, like that was my New Year resolution to just have more patience, and it ended up coming.
What was it like when you first started and you started selling your verses? Like somebody came to you and wanting an Antman verse. Like what was that like when you knew that, oh shit, I can make money off this?
It was crazy, man, because I hadn't been at it so long, you know what I'm saying? So, and I was just one of the people, like, I always knew, like, it would happen. It's just my thing, like, I never questioned, like, will it happen? I knew it would, but it just always, like, when. That's, like, the whole, you know, coming up in my whole career, I always just wanted, like, when. That was always just the only question in my head. You know, that's, like, when I realized, like, I could make money off it, I knew I was in the right direction. See, it's like a hint. It's just like a hint. Okay, now you're making money. Okay. It let you know, like, okay, it's like I said, the right direction. Like, it's just like little hints that be put throughout your career. You know what I'm saying? That keep you motivated and keep you going. So it was more motivation. Like,
do you remember the song that you?
The first verse I sold. No, I can't remember right off the top.
Let me just start rapping.
Man, I was sitting here rapping, trying to think to myself, yeah.
Do you remember how much it was?
I want to say like $150.
How much they going for now?
Right now, it depends.
Joe Blow on the street right now.
They have to holler at me. They
gotta holler at you. You work with?
Yeah.
What makes you want to work with artists?
Being struggling, you know, being an up-and-coming artist, you know, listening to artists and wishing I can get a feature. Wishing like somebody to say, hey bro, I hear your song, but let me jump on. You know what I'm saying? Like when I couldn't afford it, it's like it just come from understanding and just being there.
Did you when you got the Schoolie verse, like, or not even just the Schoolie verse, but when you get with like certain artists, why does it make sense to have this particular artist on this particular song?
Actually, when I was doing features, like when I was getting artists on my songs, doing stuff like that, it was more of who I was listening to at that time. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, if Schoolie came out, you know, Black John got it,
and
you know
Trench
what I'm
got
saying?
it,
Yeah, all this, and you know, that I'm listening to all the time, make me, you know, and it rhymed, it made me like, man, this nigga make a hard ass song together.
Yeah.
So that's how I pretty much started. Like me just listening to their music and just listen to their music, and I might just want to add a verse, or I might go pull their instrumental up, and I might just do a verse. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I used to do that a lot, like record videos on Facebook, just rapping, and you know, just jacking people beats and stuff like that.
Did when you got the verse from Schoolie, did it, like, how was the reception of it to you? Like, were you satisfied with it?
Oh yeah, see, actually we was in studio together when we recorded that in the Blue Room in Atlanta. So I was actually in there, you know, watching through the glass, you know what I'm saying? So I can hear it and see him as he do it. So I'm going crazy, you know. As he going, he asked me, you like that, bro? That's straight. I'm like, yeah, just go. Just keep going, nigga. Just keep going. So yeah, we were pretty much in there together. So, you know, I seen the process. I seen him cooking it up.
That's hard, because, you know, so many times, so many, like, different artists now, especially nowadays, you know, you sending it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't get the chance to have that chemistry and to have that studio. We in the same studio to create some greatness like that.
Yeah, see, he a real one. He like I said, he actually pulled up. He did the feature. A couple of days later, I actually ended up performing the song in Magic City. He was in there. I didn't even know he was in the club, so I'm performing the song. His verse come on. He come out of nowhere, standing up on a chair.
Oh, that's hard.
I didn't even know he was in the club, so
Look,
he showed love like that too, and like we kept a connection since then, and you know we'll talk here and there, whatever. But yeah, that's my dude though.
What's that like, man? Just being able to connect with the people that you actually fuck with and make songs with them, man. Like, what's that like?
It's crazy, man. Like it's a blessing. But at the same time, once I get to that point, I go to meet them and stuff like that, and let me know, like I'm a competitive person, so it let me know, like yeah, you my boy, whatever, like that. But yeah, it's my turn now.
I'm about to take your head off.
It made me like, yeah, it's my turn now. It's my turn to get it now.
Right.
So it's just, you know, little friendly competition and stuff like that. But
right.
me need people, you know, doing music with them. It just bring out the pedal side of me.
Right.
What was your favorite feature from whoever you got a feature from, and why?
My favorite feature.
And it don't even got to be nothing that nobody ever heard.
My favorite feature, I would have to say, I got a song called "What the Fuck" featuring Bankroll Free. I think that's my favorite feature. And actually, the night he died, we supposed to be shooting a video. He had a show in Columbus the night he died.
Mm-hmm.
And we supposed to be linking up and shooting a video to the song and all that. But he ended up dying the night before we come to Columbus. Wow. So like I said, I got the song. I think the song got on my. It's on my SoundCloud, like some of my a couple of my platforms, but it ain't on the main streaming sites because like. When I tried to post it and stuff like that and publish it, like they wanted clearance of the record and stuff like that, being the fact that he was dead and, you know, they had so much, you know, street money had so much stuff going on, it was hard to get the clearance. So I never just got no main streaming sites and stuff like that, but it's out.
That's hard. As far as like, speaking of clearance, because I know it's some people, you know, they'll charge for a feature and won't even clear it. Like, have you ever been in that particular situation minus the bankroll?
Yep. I also got a song. I got a song called "Talk Nasty" with Kevin Gates. And I paid for that feature. Met him in Miami. We did that. We did the feature and stuff like that. He actually recorded the feature. You know, sent me the feature and everything like that. We actually opened up for him. He came to Columbus after I did the feature with him and stuff like that. And it was the same issue when I went to hinder him up about getting the clearance when I was trying to drop the record. Mm-hmm. I was having the same problem, and you know I was trying to reach out to Dreka, because it was before Kevin Gates got super big. So I got a feature with him. It's like when he was at $5,000 a feature and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So then before he got super big, so I was reaching out to a team and stuff. This is when he was incarcerated. So while he was incarcerated, the song ended up getting uploaded to Kevin Gates' channel, but it just said Kevin Gates Talk Nasty. Only thing Kevin Gates did was the hook. I did both verses of the song. So it was on Kevin Gates' channel. It said Kevin Gates Talk Nasty.
You didn't get no credit.
Have my name. I didn't get no credit for it. So after I started, you know, me knowing like, okay, Kevin Gates in jail, I know this ain't him doing this. You know what I'm saying? Him person doing this shit. So after I started reaching out to his folks, you know what I'm saying, trying to get, I just wanted credit. You know, I didn't want no money. You know, I didn't care if you said Kevin Gates featuring Antman, which was my song, but I didn't care if you said, I just wanted Antman name to be up. That's all I wanted. So instead of them doing that, I know that the whole song deleted.
So it was on his channel.
It was on his channel.
But you were rapping on it.
Yeah, because he got the hook. It's on his channel. What the fuck? He on the hook. He only on the hook.
Yeah.
I rapped both verses. Both 12-bar verses. And it was on his channel. But it only had Kevin Gates Talk Nasty. So when I started hitting them up trying to get it, you know what I'm saying? I just want credit. I'm telling you, I just want credit. Mm-hmm. This whole song ended up being deleted.
That's crazy.
I'm just kind of like.
I got a quick question. Does a part of you feel like, damn, I shouldn't even hit him up? I shouldn't even said nothing, and you should have spammed the comments. what are some other things you felt?
It still probably would have got deleted. Yeah, you spamming the comments.
No, see me just being real. No, I don't, because I want my credit. You see what I'm saying? Like I work too hard for it, so. And this why you paying my credit. Take my shit off. And they getting paid for it. Being on their shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So if I ain't get my credit, take my shit off your channel.
Oh,
You getting paid for it and already paid for it.
And I already paid for the feature. You see what I'm
Oh, damn.
So like you gave them niggas a free song.
saying? Yeah.
Like
And you getting paid for it because it's on your YouTube.
you paid for a hook.
I paid
And
for-
you can't even fucking put it on there. Like you can't even like get any type of benefit from
And
it.
this was before, like I said, this was before he was signed with Atlantic and all that. Like I said, he was still like they was on the come up. He was still screaming breadwinners, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So then, by the time he ended up signing with Atlantic and doing all that, I really knew then. Like I was like, okay, man.
Oh, yeah,
this
you
really
had-
be. I was like, shh. I can just put a song on. I got it out too. But it's the same thing. It just ain't on the major streaming platforms. And I tried it though. But when I tried, they said something. It features somebody's name, so you gotta get clearance and all that.
What was the process like creating Real 30 and getting with
Real 30.
Lil King, man, DJ Holiday?
No, you taking back 2014, 2015. Real 30, it was just all gas, no break. Like it was no bullshit. Like Real 30 was the CD. Like I've been rapping since I was like 11. You know, I've been doing it, but I wasn't putting out CDs. You know, I was just family thing, and I was just perfecting my craft.
Mm-hmm.
Real 30 is when I got to that point. Like, okay, I got. And then at the same time, I didn't want to put out no bullshit. I only wanted to put it out, and I knew I had it right, and I know it take money. I already knew it took money. So Real 30 came about when I got to the point where I was like, okay, I got my sound right. I've been doing it since I was 11, you know what I'm saying? Like buying home studio, so I got my sound right now. I got enough people saying it sound good, they like it, you know what I'm saying? So it was time like, okay, hadn't got ran into, it got a little money, so I was like, okay, I got everything I need right now to make everything complete. That's when I started, coming up with Real 30 and all that, and and it pretty much what was going on. Like I said, this is when I was around 1,000 people around, in the club every night, everything just going on, so it kind of easier because so much was going on, so every night I'm recording songs. I mean, it was back to back, so it pretty much recorded like within a few days at home. Most of the songs on Real 30 I recorded in the room, just me, some weed in the room by myself. I recorded it. Then I had my partner who I take my hard drive and I take it up to my partner's house and he'll mix them up. Cause he had better equipment to mix on, but I had my own equipment. I had them bought just to record and not have to go spend so much money on other people's studio.
Where were you recording at?
What you mean?
He said at his house.
Oh, at your house?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Real 30 recorded in my room.
Right.
Just you on the board.
Yeah.
What? We gotta talk about that.
Or like I said, the dude who was making my beats and was mixing my music, my boy, he'll be over sometime. But most of the time, it was like me. Because I like to be by myself. I ain't never been one of the type of people, in the studio with a lot of people around or just never needed females around or my homeboys around and alcohol and all I need is, just me and the weed and I go in there vibe out.
So, cause it's lit. We got it's listeners out there that's paying attention to what you're saying. Like, explain how important and the key to doing it yourself, because I'm sure you probably paid for in the beginning studio time, but then you was like, shit, I could just do this myself. Like, what was that like?
I'm getting to the point that I wanted to do it myself. See, I never wanted to make beats and all that stuff. I never wanted to do all that. What I learned how to do is like I knew how to mix it good enough to put it out, stuff like that. But just doing it myself, it saved me a lot of waiting around, on having to wait on people. You know what I'm saying? Or if you go into somebody, most of the time back then, people wouldn't go into like major studios. Like everybody had home studios, especially around the Columbus area. Everybody had like home studio stuff like that. So having to wait on people, or a lot of times I done invested in equipment and then left it over. People might leave it over the engineer house or whatever like that, because I can't do no good with it at home. So I leave it over their house, and we supposed to be doing a song tomorrow. Tomorrow come, I can't, I don't hear from you or nothing like that. So I just got tired of like all the bullshit and all the games. So that would make me like, let me buy my own and just, get the biggest part out the way. So me buying my own home studio stuff, that was just able to get the biggest part of the way and able to take my time.
what was what is the home studio equipment that you would recommend a beginner to start off with?
A beginner?
Like what's
You gonna need your a laptop. You gonna need an interface. For beginners, I recommend interface wise. I recommend like a Scarlett. For beginners, a mic, you need you a good. Now I always been big on microphones, so I can tell like you need at least a good $700-800 microphone. Like that, like I always been big on microphone, 'cause like I always just been big on quality. Speaker wise, JBLs, Yamaha. My favorite always been the Yamaha.
why?
Just sound wise, the design.
Yamaha,
Yeah,
nice.
that's mainly what it is. Sound and the design though.
Yeah.
How big is like the sound of your projects, like sonically? How big is that to you?
The sound, everything. I care more about how it sound versus the CD rhyme. You know, I care more about the quality of it than, the actual words. So, quality, everything. Like, a lot of people I done ran into, man, like, they don't even want to hear your shit if it don't sound good. So that I know, like, quality is the first thing. Like, you can be rhyme and don't have the quality and they don't want to hear it. But you can have quality and you ain't talking about shit and they'll listen. So,
That's a gem.
Yeah.
quality, man. Yeah.
What was
And quality always made me stand out. That's how I always stood out.
Right.
I always had quality.
It sounded good.
Yeah, and who everybody else was going to, I didn't go to them. You see what I'm saying? If everybody else, no disrespect, there's nobody else, but if everybody else was going to this cameraman, I wanted to go to the cameraman in Atlanta. You see what I'm saying? Because I knew, most of the time, like, everybody having the same look. You see what I'm saying? So I knew, like, okay, if I'm coming with a different sound, I'm coming with a different look, it's easier for me to stand out and make my way.
You know what? And that's, now that I think about it, all your videos is nice.
Yeah.
Like real nice. And you the world stars, like when you got a video that's 156K. I cannot think of what the name of the song is.
Oh,
on YouTube.
On YouTube?
You on the sidewalk with a shorty. And I want to say my little homie.
Yeah.
That matter of fact, and that's my favorite, one of my favorite joints on YouTube.
180K now.
That nigga said, look.
As they look, hey, the numbers is wrong. Hey, you're shorting me 30.
My little homie.
For real. That's hard. What was that? What was that? How did that come about? That song.
My little homie. I just really wanted to tell a story, and I wanted to make something for the females and stuff like that. So, and at the same time, I was creating my own Cross the Bless CD.
Right.
And I think My Little Home was like the second song I did for the CD. Stamp Song actually was the first song I did for the CD.
That'd be a ride too.
That was the first song I did for the CD.
Right.
Stamp Song, and then I did My Little Home. I think if I'm not mistaken, it was like that I did Stamp Song, then did My Little Home the next day. But once I released the project, before I released the project, I was letting people hear it, and all the females, they were gravitating towards it, and they were like, this the one, this the one. I was all the way from the beginning, I was leaning towards Stamp Song. They were leaning toward the female, they was, no, My Little Home, My Little Home. So that's pretty much how I been with them two songs. Like, Stamp Song pretty much like the kids and everybody, and My Little Home, like, it just took over the females. So that's how I ended up, My Little Home ended up being the first video I ended up shooting off the Cross the Bless project.
Where you shot it?
That was shot in Miami.
Boy, you be everywhere, boy.
Yeah.
Boy, you be everywhere like Lil Dion.
And I be wanting a different look, so that's why I move around too. I be wanting a different look, you know what I'm saying?
You mentioned earlier how you got a trucking company. First, how did that come about, and like, what's the transition from going from music to another venture?
Well, it really like a partnership. It's like a partnership where me and my homie run a trucking company or whatever like that, getting off the ground or whatever like that. But it's called Record Time Auto Transport. That's the name of the trucking company. And it's been interesting. Like it took me the trucking. It took me a lot of places that I probably wouldn't have went this soon in my life. And the trucking, I feel like it kind of prepared me with me being on the road with it. It kind of prepared me like for tours. I kind of take it like it all go hand in hand. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I feel like the trucking part came about in my life, preparing me and getting me ready for, when I'm going to be on the road and stuff like that.
The long distance.
Yeah. And it's like, it just open your mind to, like, the trucking, it just open your mind to a lot of different stuff, man. Like, it benefits your life in a lot of different ways that people wouldn't even, like, imagine, man. Like, far as, like, focus-wise, like, it builds your focus. It's a lot of stuff that comes along with that, doing the trucking.
Are you driving the trucks?
Yeah, I actually drive the trucks.
What's the furthest distance you drove?
The furthest I done drove was from Atlanta to L.A. and from L.A. to Vegas. I was just staying in Vegas. I just moved from Vegas back to Georgia like 2 months ago. So, and that's how I ended up moving to Vegas. I ended up getting a contract driving from Vegas to Utah Monday through Friday. And so that's how I ended up moving to Vegas. So I stayed out there a few months or whatever when the contract ended. I stayed in Vegas like 2 months after that and ended up getting tired of being out there, and I ended up relocating back to Atlanta.
Right.
What's the music like out in Vegas? Like, when
it's
you was
rappers out, like me meeting people locally. It's rappers out there, but there's no music scene.
So do you
like they trying to get heard? Like they want some like shit on Vegas. Only person being out there, I learned that they say Neo from Vegas. Yeah, the people in Vegas were telling me Neo from Vegas.
I know, you got 702.
Yeah,
right.
DM and Neo.
See, I ain't know Neo was from.
And Neo ain't trying to put him on.
Yeah, Neo, they said.
Neo out here false claim.
Fuck you country niggas.
Yeah, the real shit. That out in Vegas, that's the artist they claim. They claim the 702 girls and Neo.
Man, so do you like, as far as the club scene out there, is there a bag for Antman?
To be honest with you, man, when I was out there, like, I kind of fell behind on music, like, far as recording and stuff like that, because I actually moved out there during the COVID-19. So most of the big studios thought they were closed, man. So the only place I was able to record and stuff like that, just no problem, was back in Atlanta. So every 2 weeks or so, I was flying from Vegas back to Atlanta to record, you know what I'm saying, and, see my mom and stuff like that. Then I go back to Vegas, but that's another reason I ended up leaving Vegas for good, because I was like, man, I'm tired of going back and forth, and it was cool out there, but it wasn't for what I was out there for, you know what I'm saying? Like, music wise, it wasn't it.
Right. Being on the road as much as you're on the road, has it ever crossed your mind to recruit artists for Hood Camp?
Yeah. Even before I even got on the road the other day, that's always been part of the plan. But the thing is, I wanted to get myself in the door. I didn't want to pour from the halves. I want to pour from a full glass versus a half full glass. I wanted to pour, I want to be able to. I don't want to be able to say you signed the Hood Camp, so you ain't got shit to show for it.
Yeah, you just got a chain or something.
Yeah, when you sign the Hood Camp, I want it. You know what I'm saying? It's big. You see what I'm saying? So
right.
Once I got myself positioned, you know what I'm saying, was able to do it the way I want to do it, that's when, I'll come with artists.
Would you, not counting your pockets, but like, would you say that you've made a pretty penny off of music? And like, if so, for the listeners out there, like, what are some streams of income from music that the average person wouldn't know?
If I had to be honest, no, I haven't made a pretty penny out of music.
And everything is subjective, so of course, what might not be a pretty penny to you may be.
It's still, at this point, still a climb, man. Like, I ain't gonna sit here and lie and just, oh yeah, I'm doing this all music, this, that, third. It's still a climb, you know what I'm saying? I'm still grinding. I'm still in grind mode. So everything now, is out my pocket. You know, I get a little money, you know, coming back from stream, you know what I'm saying, from YouTube revenues, iTunes, you know, stuff like that. But it ain't, you know, I use it to put back into the career, but it ain't just fueling the career.
Right.
So it ain't fueling it. It's a grind, dog. Like anybody that want, you know, they want to get to a certain point, you gonna have to grind and get there. Cause they ain't gonna help you. They gonna only help you and pull you up once you stick your hand up. You have to get so far, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like it used to be. People hearing your raps and they want to sign your ass no more. It ain't like that no more.
Right.
Artists pretty much buying their way in the game. Once you buy your way so far, then they come and get you. You see what I'm saying? That's pretty much how it go.
Would you consider yourself a full-time artist yet then?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah. Yeah.
If,
Full time.
would you ever sign, or would you just stay there and just keep going independently?
I'll sign to go to the next, because I understand like it's only certain levels I can reach. You know what I'm saying? Independent. You know, so I do understand that, but the situation just got to make sense, and it's all about the timing. Because once I see enough blood in this, I see enough blood in this shit, it's gonna be, and me knowing the business, knowing how to run my own label, it'll be too late for them, you know, to sign me once I get to a certain point. That's why I say it's about the timing of trying to sign me and all that.
So would you? So that absolutely, you wouldn't have. You wouldn't sign no artist deal. It has to be like a partnership, hood camp.
Basically, yeah. Cause I'm not, yeah.
So who's all under Hood Camp currently? You, your brother?
Yeah, my brother's incarcerated.
Free him.
Yeah, my brother's incarcerated. But yeah, that's it.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
You is there any artists that's out there that you want to work with now?
What you mean, like just period?
Period and locally.
Locally, I feel like the local stuff, it'll come when it's time. Like it come, like I feel like that fall in place that I know when it's time. But that's really how I feel about, you know, all of it. It'll fall in place with time. So it ain't nobody like I'm just, I want to work with him. But you know, there's a couple people that I wouldn't mind working with. Like,
There ain't no features on Cross and Bless.
Nah.
It's just,
He was talking about like,
it's just you.
I wanted him to hear me, like, yeah. I ain't want no features.
So you, just you.
Yeah. For that project, it was personal. That project was more personal. You see what I'm saying? So I wasn't really just focused on, you know what I'm saying, like, I was more focused on getting this out, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't really focused on, like, him. Nobody had to say on my shit at that time.
Right. I would say, is that gonna be a recurring thing for future projects? Where you think it's just gonna be you, or is there gonna be future projects where you gonna allow other people to kind of tell their stories?
Yeah. I'm gonna definitely work with other artists and stuff like that. Then see the thing about me, you know, a lot of artists trying like they too hard and stuff like that, but I don't mind reaching out. If I like your music and I fuck with your campaign, you know what I'm saying, I got a song that fits you and whatever, I reach out. So I don't mind reaching out and hitting the artists up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Why do you think? Because there's so many different artists and so much talent in Columbus. Why do you think Columbus is not on the map yet? Like it's bubbling now, but it's still it's a lot more.
you mean like why Columbus just now getting on the map pretty much?
Yeah.
It's just all about time, and you see what I'm saying? It's like I don't think they had seen enough. You see what I'm saying? Like you have to see stuff to actually. Like before, it was like a lot of mainstream artists going. It was like a lot of mainstream artists, and you know, I don't think Columbia artists as motivated. But once you know stuff started changing, like videos start being $25,000, you was able to now go and pay a dude $50 to shoot a video. You know what I'm saying? So I think like with people popping out, you know, more cameramen popping out. We never had that many cameramen in Columbia. We never had that many produce. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. Like so when stuff started popping out, it just started making sense. So I think this is all about timing.
Yeah.
People started making
more
sense.
access too.
Yeah, like and everybody. I think like it's a build up of like the earlier artists that was like bubbling in Columbus or whatever like that. I think everybody was just learning from everybody's mistakes. And to the point it became 2020 and everybody had, you know what I'm saying, and people was able to really put this shit together. They were able to learn from other people, the folks before their mistakes.
That's hard.
That makes sense.
And yeah, it makes sense
They
too.
learn from everybody's mistakes.
Because, you know, when you ask that question, even in like common conversation, there's always a negative stigma to why Columbus haven't blew up yet. But to hear your point of view, it makes it a whole lot more positive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it makes
never
you
heard it put that way.
Yeah, I don't blame, you know, yeah, people go to point the finger, yeah, you can't blame on nobody, man. You know, when you silent, you gonna look at it as a whole, like Columbus as a whole. It ain't no, oh, this person, you know what I'm saying? It's like, shit, we had to learn, like, that's what it is. We just learned. We learned the game.
Yeah.
What's the difference in processes and how you go about all your projects? Like Real 30, Real 32, Crossed and Blessed.
It be the mold. I mean, I think it's all about what I'm going through. Like, Real 30 came about, you know, when I'm getting money, you know what I'm saying? We in the club.
And let's be clear, that was your car.
Yeah.
Like there was no rap cap in that.
That wasn't Google.
Yeah, that me. But yeah, that was more like a party mode. That was more like, oh yeah, it's on. That's when I first started getting the attention. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And name really started ringing bells and stuff like that. So Real 30, that was more the turned up. That was more the, oh yeah, can't nobody tell me shit. I'm wild. I'm living. Can't nobody tell me shit. Pretty much. That was that point. My next CD after that was.
And 30 meant 30 inches, right?
Yeah. No. Well, you can put it however you want, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like 30 meant like the people used to ask me that. What do you mean 30? Like, cause you got 30s on the truck or a gun, you know what I'm saying? The clip, you know, like Real 30. I just meant like pretty much like in my time. So that pretty much like where the 30 part came at. Like, there can be some real shit in my time. So that's how I came with the Real 30. But everybody took it as, you know what I'm saying?
I thought you were talking about.
They thought it. They thought it was like, you know what I'm saying, because of the truck, and then, you know, thought they thinking with gun wise and all that, but it actually was just, you know, me being creative, me was just.
You into numbers?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I'm big on numerology.
Yeah.
So what does because I don't know. So like what does the number 30 and the number 32 mean?
It's mainly 30 and 32. I don't know. It's mainly like double numbers, what that be with the numerology, like the 333, 111, 222.
Yeah.
That's more the spiritual world.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like 1111, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah. And you said that you said the party mode for Real 30. What about Real 32?
Real 32, that was more me feeling like, fuck all these motherfuckers I partied with on Real 30. I'm just being honest, man. Like, that what Real 32 was. It was more of like, okay, now I'm back. I ain't fucking with none of y'all. This what it is now.
The hood count over versus everybody.
Yeah.
And Crossed and Blessed.
Crossed and Blessed. Crossed and Blessed was more like, it was more some turn up, have fun, but at the same time, it was more personal, because it was more like what I'm going through with females, you know what I'm saying, is how, you know, homeboys and how, you know, motherfuckers start hating, changing up. Not only homeboy, family, you know, there's a lot of shit, like, Crossed and Blessed being the most personal so far.
So would you consider that your debut?
Crossed and Blessed?
Yeah.
No, I gotta consider Real 30 my debut. Because Real 30, you know, I did numbers on Real 30.
Right.
Real 30, I did more numbers than Crossed and Blessed.
Right. You know how some
Real
people
30
like,
I had
it's
to.
my real debut album.
Yeah, I don't my real debut album I ain't dropped yet. It ain't
Okay.
dropped yet. So that when they gonna really get personal. You know, that when it really get. You know, there's a lot of like I paced my life. You know what I'm saying? I kind of coasted like.
Right.
There's a lot of stuff I can be talking about and telling these people now, but it'll be more interesting. I think.
Later
it'll be
down,
more interesting
later.
down the line.
What's your favorite project out of the 3? And is those your only 3 projects?
No, I got like 6, 7.
Are you ever gonna drop those on DSPs?
They out. Yeah, they out. But it's like the ones that you didn't name, they were more the ones like I wasn't pushing like that. You know, I pretty much was just coasting, just really putting something out there to keep my name alive. But it wasn't really, you know, they wasn't the main. The ones you named, the Real 30, the Real 32, and Cross the Blade, them was the main ones where I was really in my mode and really, you know, pushing and everything.
Okay.
The other ones I was just putting out pretty much, you know, just to put music out there because I hadn't dropped in a while.
Right.
Gotcha. But you didn't answer. What's your favorite one out of the 3?
I have to say Cross the Blade
Cross the Blood.
because I see the growth. That's why I see the growth, and you know what I'm saying. And it's that pretty much overall. Really, I see the growth. I'm able to look back. I'm able to play Real 30 and play Cross the Bless, and it'll make me cut Real 30 off. You see what I'm saying? Like, just quality wise and stuff like that. So yeah, Cross the Bless, I get to see the growth.
What was the last song or project that you listened to that blew you away?
The last song that blew me away?
Or project?
The last song I heard that blew me away, the new Kevin Gates song, The Power.
Yeah, that's your right.
Yeah.
That's just like.
Yeah. I can tell he on a whole nother headspace. He on a whole different another level with the shit.
What about it? Like what?
I think it's the sample, it's the video.
Right.
Cause he dropped it back to back.
Yeah, it was like Yeah. You can tell it was. He really put a lot into that one.
Yeah.
Coming up, did you have any mentors in this in your musical career?
Musical mentor.
Or you pretty much was not necessarily crashing out, but you was just by yourself learning?
Yeah, I was just learning. I ain't have nobody sitting back, you know, handing me the juice, giving me the game. No.
Do you see yourself doing that for others?
Yeah.
Also, I just lost my train of thought. I hate it when that happens.
Yeah.
You suck, DJ. Right.
How have your surroundings shaped you in a creative sense? And in what ways, if so?
My surrounding, it made me versatile. Like being in Columbus and going through so much, it made like I said, made me versatile. Like going through the shit with the females, it make me able to harmonize. And, you know what I'm saying? Make a song for the females. Going through the shit in the streets and stuff like that, it make me able to, you know what I'm saying, make some club shit. It make me able to, tell stories from the streets and shit like that. Like, I think environment play a big part. Like, I love, like, I don't regret being from Columbus at all. Like, I wouldn't want to be from no other place because I feel like from Columbus, you vibe Columbus, you survive anywhere.
Are you able to flip that switch? Like, I'm going to the studio today, I'm gonna make a song with females, or are you able to flip that switch?
Yeah.
Or you have to be going through something in that moment?
No, I can make a song with it. I can do it at any point of time, but it's more, it come out better. I know it's more powerful when I do it in the moment, like while it's going on. So that's why I try to make my music while it's going on.
Right.
What's the biggest lesson you learned in life?
Trust nobody. Yeah.
Trust nobody.
Nobody. That's the biggest lesson I have to say I learned.
Do you trust yourself?
I was like the same thing.
Yeah.
Why you hesitate?
Why I hesitate? Because nobody never asked me that. Nobody never had me.
I mean, that's a real shit though. Like,
Yeah, I done played around and said shit. I don't trust my damn self. Nobody never just asked me like, "Hey, do you trust yourself?"
No, I mean that's some real shit. Cause like,
But that's my honest answer. But when I think about it, like, I don't know what kind of person would I be if I don't trust myself. Like,
Yeah.
I think you gotta be a fucked up person not to trust yourself.
yeah.
yeah, that's true. Or you got to be in a real dark place.
But if you be like, I don't trust my damn self, be like, why do you people say shit like that?
Yeah.
You must believe this at
I
least a
think
little
that
bit.
I think that just be a figure of speech.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It could be an insecurity too, though.
I think that's another way of just saying, like, nigga, I definitely don't trust your motherfucking ass. I
Yeah.
don't trust me. If I don't trust me, I damn sure don't trust you.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. 'Cause I feel like everybody say that, but I feel like it must be a little bit of truth in that motherfucker.
But they don't trust themselves.
Yeah.
Cause you,
Well, it might be a situation. It might be, you know, it might be certain situations you don't trust yourself in. You know?
Yeah.
cause you can fuck yourself
Yeah.
over, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like if you know you're not bad on
Like
the
I might
don't
not,
trust
I might
myself
not,
with that money.
I might not trust myself to find $1 million and go turn it into the police. I don't
Right.
trust myself to do no shit like
See
that. I
what
know
I'm
I ain't
saying?
gonna do that. You see what I'm saying? Like it
Yeah.
just depends on the situation and what it is.
Yeah, see? Yeah.
I remember,
Situational thing.
Yeah.
I remember working at the gas station. That's where me and you met.
Yeah.
And you got this fat ass tattoo on your neck.
Yeah.
What does real mean to Antman?
See, I contemplated on getting a tattoo like 2 years before I actually got it. This girl I was with, I ended up getting mad at her. That what made me go ahead and get it. I was like, fuck it. I ain't doing it up, man. Come on, man. Give me the tattoo. So I end up going and get the tattoo or whatever like that. But, yeah. It's real, but I was going to put blessed. Like, across my chest right here,
Mhm.
I'm going to get blessed. Like I said, I never just really got around to it. But, yeah, that's the idea of get blessed under my chest, whatever, like, so it'll be real blessed. But, I don't know, shit. It gains so much attention like this. Like I said, it gets so much attention with this shit. So I don't even be stunned. Then so much be going on, man. I got to the point now I'm old. I'm like, man, shit, them tattoos hurt, man. Like,
But when you, boy, that bitch was fire when you first got that bitch.
hey, them tattoos hurt, man. You start to get a little older. So I really just slowed down on tattoos or whatever like that. But
Do every tattoo have a
did
meaning?
my trademark, huh?
Do every tattoo have a meaning to you?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't just go stripping no bullshit or
Yes. I feel like
the
some people do.
neighborhood tattoo man ain't finna do my tattoo. None of that shit. Nah.
So will there, since real is such a big thing to you, will there ever be like are you gonna continue with the real 33 or?
I keep thinking about it. Yeah, it gonna come.
That need to be the trademark.
But real, it stands for realizing everybody ain't loyal.
Yeah.
Well, you've been through some shit.
Trademark.
That nigga done been through some
Yeah,
shit.
trademark.
Trust nobody. Realize everybody ain't loyal.
That need to be the trademark.
I like that though. I fuck with that. Shit, that's the title of a tape.
Yeah, that need to be the brand. That need to be on the tag on the shirt.
Yeah, man.
Look, you need graphics. This your man.
Graphic.
Yeah, man. I do a little something. Man.
Beats too.
I do a little something.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna check all that out.
But who influenced Antman?
Influence. Nobody influenced me. I ain't influenced by nobody.
So even when you started rapping like you did, you wasn't like.
I was more motivated. But like influence, I think influence that's more saying that's kind of too close to like you want to be like
Yeah.
you know, I think they kind of close
Like imitation.
yeah, influence.
And you always your own man.
Yeah, I just looked at like motivation, like you know, it's a couple people that motivation wise,
Mm-hmm.
but it
But nobody like
nobody,
the
yeah,
heavy influence. Understandable.
Right.
Understandable.
like idol wise, like nah.
Right. As far as like your spiritual journey, who are some of the people that's kind of helped lead you through that? Like some people that you like, you know, that maybe you looked up to or seen that was also spiritual. That's kind of helped you through that journey.
Actually, before I woke up spiritually, I don't think I knew any, you know what I'm saying? I don't know anybody that was actually practicing it, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I feel like I would have woke up sooner if I was around it, you see what I'm saying? But on my journey, it's more like, see with me, I'm more like, I do a lot of online studying and stuff like that. So a lot of people that help me and that guide me is people I never met. They might be overseas. You know, I had the best relationship with people I never met. Like even with my music, like far as like my artworks and everything like that, the people that do my stuff behind all my business behind the scenes, people I never even met. So like far as, you know, my spiritual journey, it'd be YouTube people. It'd be people on YouTube that actually like the Ralph Smart, it's a Trinius Henderson, Shreya Costner. You know, it's a couple of spiritual people.
Right.
That, spiritual souls.
My boy getting out of
Jim Guidance. You know, it's a lot of different people there.
I've heard of Jim Guys and Spiritual Soul.
Yeah, I ain't heard of none of them.
Yeah.
I had to do my research.
Yeah, I'm familiar with them too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
YouTube, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm familiar with
You
them.
ain't fucking about it.
Yeah,
same one. He got two channels.
Yeah, he used to do 2K until he started going into spiritual, like Untitled Chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's dope, man. That's dope. That's real dope.
You got anything else?
Favorite song you like to perform?
Please, it's
Favorite song to perform.
I meant to get that one earlier.
I say Hope.
Why?
It's really a show closer. So it's really a show closer, and it set the mood. It set. I noticed like Hope come on, I perform Hope. It set like it put everybody in the same space. I know like it bring people together. It put everybody in the same space.
Right.
Everybody be in the same head.
That's a good feeling. I'm sure.
Yeah. And then Hope, I got besides the Stamp song, Hope, like that was one of my biggest songs too. So that's another song they sang the word. They know it word for word. And I also did 2.5 million views on World Star with that video too.
Nigga said 2.5 million.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So that's on World Star. So they can go check anything I say. It's on World Star. Hope.
What was it like when you first performed at a venue and you've never been to this place, but they were reciting your words word for word?
You said what it was like?
Mm-hmm. That shit got to be like overwhelming.
Yeah, it let you know you there. It let you know like I arrived.
Was it scary?
Nervous.
Yeah.
It make you nervous. It make you it make you paranoid a little bit.
Did it make you
'Cause it
forget your
make you-
words?
Yeah, you ain't gonna want to sing. Like once you hear them, like yeah, you gonna be kind of stuck. And then it hit you out of nowhere. So it's not like the cities that go to sing your shit probably somewhere you never been. Like they might not know your song in your city where you from, but you might get booked in Arizona somewhere and these people know every fucking word. You see what I'm saying? So it'll always gonna be a crowd that you least expecting to actually know it. You see what I'm saying? But then in your hometown, people can know your shit, but just because they hate it, they ain't gonna be singing it, they'll sit there and just look at you.
Yeah.
But at home, in their room, they sing the hell out your shit.
Well, they love you, but
they love you to death. But you know,
what's some of the cities that you get that type of love in?
Atlanta, Orlando, Dallas. They fold me out of Dallas. North Carolina, South Carolina, Birmingham. It's a couple places, but I say I got the most love at.
Like, what's your favorite?
What you mean? Favorite like?
What's your favorite city to like? Boy, I come in this motherfucker. They always showing love.
They gonna show love. They gonna sing that bit word for word every trip.
Orlando like that.
Orlando
like that. It like that in Columbia too. It like that in Columbia too. But it like I kind of like I don't really focus on Columbia. Like I outgrow Columbia. Like I outgrew Columbia.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like I already did it. Like it's a lot of. I feel like I did everything I could do in Columbia. To the point that's how I started expanding. You know what I'm saying? And start traveling and stuff like that.
Did you pop? Did you pop outside of the city first, or did you pop?
I popped here first. I popped Columbia first.
That's
Little
different.
Rich. Yeah, I popped with Little Rich here first, and it kind of like drew. But see, me I always, even when I dropped Little Rich my first CD, I always had like road teams. I said I'll be here in Columbus and I'll send a team to Bike Week or Murder Beach and stuff like that. You know, passing out 15,000 CDs. So. You know, I've been on that since Real 30, like Real 30 when I was really heavy in the street, like with the CD campaigns on the street. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? All them.
How did you know to do that?
Watching the game, just soaking up the game, watching people like Master P them, selling CDs out their trunk, and just knowing that was the way to get it spread, just to spread it. And the internet, when we had internet in 2015,
it wasn't like that,
but it ain't like it is now. Like, it ain't like it is now.
Right.
So how do you adjust to that?
Easier. It's a lot easier now. Because, you know what I'm saying, I remember having to have a hard drive everywhere you go. Now you just do you don't even have to go nowhere, you know what I'm saying? I can get more people, I can take all day and pass out 1,000 CDs, and I can go, this is the point of that now. I can take 1,000 CDs and go pass out to different people. I can upload this same song online right now, and 1,000 people have been unheard within an hour. You see what I'm saying? So it kind of like, the way it does not give you space to maneuver and do more at a time. Do you see yourself, instead of meeting with these labels, getting into relationships with the DSPs? Yeah. When time comes, like, yeah. Like I said, I'm an open artist, dog. I'm open. Like if it makes sense, then I'm with it. But I don't jump for the money though. Like the money ain't what moves me.
Right. So even though the game has definitely changed, and you can upload a song and people can hear it all over the world a lot quicker, is it still important to travel and go and meet these people, meet these different companies, and still get that face-to-face interaction? Is that still important for a new up-and-coming artist?
Yeah, cause see the thing is, when you put a song out there, something, it's hot enough, you gonna meet these people anyway, cause they gonna book you, they gonna wanna meet you. They gonna wanna see you, see what I'm saying? So they gonna, like I get interviewed in my Instagram inbox, you see what I'm saying? Like people they don't even know me, they just ask a question, I answer them, you know what I'm saying? I sit and answer the question. So, yeah.
With online being the main source now, like, is it easier to put out like music quicker and more to you, or do you still take the time out to hone in your sound, and we're not gonna rush this? Because I know like right now the trend, people putting out 3, 4, 5 tapes in a year.
Yeah, I used to do that. I used to think it was about that. I used to think it was about who would put the most out. I used to feel like you getting the most work in because you put 5 mixtapes out this year, you getting the most work in. So yeah, you did that. Quality over quantity. So that's why I used to do that. Like I said, I used to do it. I had to slow it down though. You know what I'm saying? After people start telling you getting away too much free music, and, stuff like that. And then at some point in time, you got to draw the line and start selling your work, because you will spoil the people. So you getting everything away, you getting too much away free. By the time you want to sell it, nobody want to pay for it, because they spoiled. They used to getting your music free. So we've been getting it free. Why should we pay now? That's kind of how they look at it.
Do you still have management?
No.
It's just you
right now, yeah.
Do you think that's important? Because I know there's probably some people out there that's just like, man, if I just had management.
I mean, I think it depends on what part of your career you at. If it's stuff that you can't handle, it's like having an assistant. If you can't count all this money, it's you can't. It's like if you can't do it, then you need somebody to do it. You know what I'm saying? If you can't, handle your own bookings, you need somebody that gonna book it. You need somebody that's gonna be able to handle that stuff and teach you, right from wrong. But that's my advice to anybody: learn the game yourself. Yeah, you'll need a manager, but at a certain point in time, see the thing about it, I think people go wrong. They try to get managers early on in their career. You don't need a manager early. You don't need a manager early, and then people gotta stop. They gotta. This is what I notice and what I see. Like people get managers that can't do shit for them. You see what I'm saying? Like the manager is a smaller version of a label. They come and try to horseback ride and dick ride what you got going on, hoping you pop, and then they sell you. Cause that's all going on. They selling you. The managers are selling you. They sell you to the label. Like that was going on. So.
Sound like a real slave and master mentality.
Yeah, man. Managers
Slick.
sell you.
When you talk labels and when you talk like managers, like I'm not knocking them because I dibbled and dabbled in it myself, but like you said, it's like you pretty much waiting for this person to pop so you can.
On the pop. Like you hear people say, I've been watching you for years and this, that, and third. Okay, so why you just not coming to me? Because you hoping some shit, you been waiting on me to get hot. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
And once I got hot, now you going to ride the wave. So
Yeah,
that's
that
pretty much
line.
what it be.
That's real line.
Yeah. When the label come around, I'm like, I got this artist. These artists.
How big are you into your merch?
I was early on. I was big into the merch and stuff like that, but what I was doing wrong, I was giving it away. Like it's like my music. Like I was just a lot of stuff I was just giving it away. So I still have merch stuff like that. Like I wear it, you know what I'm saying? I wear it and then be ventures like as of right now, my little brother them doing. You see what I'm saying? So, I got little brothers that into the merch stuff like that. So they'll make their clothes they want me to wear. So it pretty much work hand in hand, me helping them, it's at the same time wearing they merch in my videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So when the time comes, I get back to my merch and stuff like that. Right now I just been trying to help a little brother them out for the merch go.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, that's it.
How we ended off?
What's your? We like to ask everybody, all the guests, what's their top 5? Who's in Antman's top 5?
My top 5. Lil Wayne.
That was one.
Oh, it don't even gotta be in no particular order.
Yeah. Lil Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
I like Boosie. Kevin Gates. Young Boy. And like 5 would be, I got like 2 5s. It'll be like
5A, 5B.
It'll be Plies and Yo Got It.
Wow.
It'll be Plies and Yo Got It.
That's a
Plies being in that's new.
Yeah.
That's new.
I ain't heard that one.
I ain't mad at it though.
I ain't heard it. I ain't heard that one. What's your favorite Plies album?
Real Testament.
Yeah. Yeah, that's his class. His first 3.
Almost definitely.
His first 3, but definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely Real Testament.
Plies,
Yeah.
you hit top on that shit. Yeah, Plies, you go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's I'm OG, man. So
Yeah, when you said Plies, I knew that was the one.
For real.
Plies.
Yeah, I knew that was the one. I was like, that's the one he going
Before
with.
his demeanor, Plies the laid back, he stay out of the way.
Yeah.
Get it back.
He ain't nobody big, and then like he just represent like OG shit.
Right.
That hard, man. Well, we appreciate you once again, and this
Absolutely.
concludes another great episode of Free Gems Network.
Another classic episode kicking off season 2, baby. This was another one.
Yes, sir.
Free Gems Network.